All right, happy Friday night, everybody. Welcome on into the Raiderland World Headquarters, which will be getting a new name come Monday. We'll tell you about that come later on in the show. All right, we got stuff to do tonight. It's Friday. You tell us the most Texan thing you have done this week. We'll tell a story about car keys and suntan lotion. That's right, West Texas redneck engineering. We'll also find out tonight, what do you regret selling most in your life? What do you most regret having sold in your life? There was a deal on Twitter this week. It was a throwback to the 1980s. I was like, I need to write a letter to my 1979 Camaro Berlinetta and apologize for selling you. What do you regret selling the most in your life? From cars to houses, I mean, you tell me. And then we have football tonight to talk about. Not Texas Tech football. Texas Tech football tonight can kind of take a back seat because we have Farmageddon and Farmageddon in Ireland. That's right. It'll be Kansas State taking on Iowa State Cyclones. Oh, yeah. Taking on the Wildcats. Every man a Wildcat. Aye. Who you got? Why you got them? Who you going with? You know? From your standpoint now, where your arse is right now, who do you want to win and why from a Texas Tech standpoint? Is it the Cyclones of Iowa State or is it the Wildcats? The Wildcats of Kansas State. What's better for Texas Tech? You tell me tonight. Who do you want to win tomorrow? Kansas State favored by 3, total sitting at about 50.5. Early games, I kind of lean, and these are some weird one-off games. So you got a conference game, a rivalry game going off week 0. It's not week 0, it's week 1. Who you got and why? Who do you want to win? All that, whatever else is on your mind. Get your questions, comments in. Thanks to United Supermarkets and Market Street. The chat line is ready to go. If you want to get some Irish food, I reckon you can go to Market Street and find some, bangers and mash and different stuff like that tomorrow. If you want to eat Irish food and watch Big 12 football, because nothing says Big 12 football to me like Kansas State and Iowa State in Ireland. Most Texan thing you have done this week. I have learned over the years that a lot of you guys that are outside of the state of Texas take more pride in doing Texan things than some of the folks who live inside the confines and the boundaries of the great state of Texas. Why is that? Huh. You tell us tonight. And then I do want to hear your. So this is a topic born off Twitter, social media. The thing you most regret selling in your life, big, small, or otherwise. And I'll use the car example tonight. All right, let's do this. Get on the United Supermarkets chat line. Questions, comments, thoughts, everything and everything in between from Texas Tech and what we're talking about. In 3, in 2. Good evening, West Texans, all you good, fine, friendly folks out there who wish you were. I'm Ryan Hyatt, theraiderland.com. You started your day there this morning. You checked out, question of the day. You checked out what our thoughts were. You got in on the Raiderland hot links, the coolest and freshest links from around Raiderland and beyond. That's why you go to the website every morning. We're coming to you tonight by Ninja Pest Control. I am working with the ownership of Ninja Pest Control to change it from Ninja Pest Control to Ninjas Kill Pest. I mean, we all know ninjas hate pest. They don't want to control, but they want to kill them. Well, anyhow, if you want to get rid of some bugs, you call our friends at Ninja Pest Control in the Hubaplex. Also, Ultra Exteriors, where our man Warren Taylor, he hates pests as well, but, he's going to take care of your roof, your siding, your windows, bathroom remodels, kitchen remodels, anything on the inside and outside of your house. And if he sees a bug, I have this on good authority. If he doesn't kill it, quality control director HUD's going to kill it. So HUD Taylor is going to kill it if Warren doesn't do it. All of your communication on the United Supermarkets chat line tonight. Most Texan thing you've done this week. And ours involves suntan lotion and a key fob. And what do you most regret selling in your life? Give us your Kansas State, Iowa State predictions as well. James giving us thumbs up. Rock on, James, on the Facebook page. I know he's going to have more to say. He's going to share it. You guys are going to share it, whether you're on Facebook, whether you're on YouTube, Ryan Hyatt's Raiderland, all free, or on the Twitter X exchange at Ryan Hyatt Media. You know, we could have done 20 minutes tonight on Micah Parsons versus Jerry Jones, but that'll be fresh this weekend and on into Monday. CJ, it doesn't matter. Hopefully, a good game to see what each one has. Actually, it does matter if you're talking about Kansas State and Iowa State. Here's my deal. If you're a Texas Tech fan, you want Kansas State to win because you need the teams that you play to have the best resume possible when you play them if you want to make the college football playoff. That you play nobody in non-conference. Every bit of conference play you get, you win, is going to enhance your resume, and you want the best possible outcome. Therefore, I posit to you, Kansas State at 17, and Kansas State, I think, more highly regarded, in a win on the road at Kansas State late in the year is worth more than an Iowa State team that you don't get to do anything about. You want Kansas State to win if you're a Texas Tech fan. That's what I would tell you today, tonight, as you go into tomorrow. I don't care if you like Kansas State, Iowa State, whatever. If you like Texas Tech, you want Kansas State to win. I'm torn on the total, not the total, but the point spread on this. It's sitting on a 3. Icky line early on, and you're playing in foreign territory, and we don't know. I mean, Iowa State loses so much in the receiving category. Kansas State, Avery Johnson coming back on the quarterback. You feel a lot better about them. But just you take a lot of that and just throw it out and go, they're in freaking Ireland. I don't know how teams are going to handle it. I don't know what this is going to look like. I would much rather this game be played in November with a meaningful game between two teams with a meaningful rivalry for the Big 12. But, you know, Brett Yormark, this is one of the few things I think I kind of disagree with him. I know he wants to grow the league and the brand, and he wants to go overseas and play these games and go to Mexico and do these. At the end of the day, what does it really get you? Maybe a little bit more TV money? Maybe. What does it do for you, though? I think it hurts both Kansas State and Iowa State playing this game this way. From a competitive, on the field, this is who we are, that I don't think either team gets to show America really their best foot forward. But we played this on the 1st of November with gentle snow falling in Ames, Iowa, or a hard sleeting rain in Manhattan, Kansas. And we have a different feel. We have a different statement, again, made to, you know, college football people. I get it. I understand why Yormark wants to do it. I understand the marketing aspect of it. I just don't like it. And I hope Texas Tech, I'll say this right now, I hope Texas Tech never plays a game in Ireland or Mexico or anywhere else other than Lubbock, Texas, and any other Big 12 town. All right? I don't want to see it. You tell us what you're thinking tonight. Give us your most Texan thing you've done this week. We'll give you ours. What was it? What did you do? And what do you most regret selling in your life? There was a tweet going around the last 24 hours or so. It looks like an AI-generated video of kids in the 80s talking to us today, saying, "Don't you miss this? You know, the big hair, the you know, the muscle cars, the movies, the jeans, all this stuff." I'm like, yeah, I'm in. I mean, when it gets retweeted by Martha Quinn from MTV fame, I'm like, yeah, I'm in on it. So, you know, I retweeted, I wrote a little tweet letter I said, "Dear 1979 Camaro Berlinetta, I apologize for selling you. Don't take it personally. I was young, I was foolish." Signed me, 1988 Ryan. That if you go back and you look at the things you got rid of, that car was great. Oh man, it was awesome. If you go to Twitter, you can see the picture of it. I may put it on the site tonight when we repost this at theraiderland.com. But it was, it was starting to age and fall apart a little bit. And now you're spending money and you got to do things. And you got to make decisions, economic decisions. And when you're 18, 19 years old, you're not sitting there going, oh, hell yeah, just hold on to this. Because when you're 40 or 50 years old and you've got a midnight blue Camaro Berlinetta, yeah, no, you don't think that way. So we sold it, bought another car. I'll tell you about that when you guys tell me a few of your stories about the things you most regret selling over the years. You guys get in on the United Supermarkets chat line, Market Street. They've got end cap specials all through the store. Not just, I love going there in the butcher shop area and going, all right, what do we got here? Hold on, I can get fixing for fajitas for like, next to nothing. Yeah, sign me up for that. They'll take care of you. Kansas State, Iowa State. What do you got on the score predictions? Who do you want to win? What do you think is going to happen? Do you like these overseas games? Do you disagree with me fundamentally that you think it would be great if Texas Tech played Cincinnati or Louisville, or I don't even know who's in the Big 12 anymore, UCF? What would you do? You tell me. And then most Texan thing. Law dog don't go around here no more. Savvy? Most Texan thing I did all week was use my putter 4 feet off the green in a scramble, because when those greens are skint and burned out and you're about 4 feet off, yeah, absolutely, the putter is the way to go. From about 50 yards out this time of year, depending on what the collar around the green is, and I'm assuming, Law Dog plays on really good courses, so it's going to be a nice smooth collar. That's also where I would use my 3 iron. Just hood it a little bit, and that 3, when you hood it a little bit, is fantastic on running up in West Texas greens and everything else. CJ is on Facebook. Brian Hyatt's Raiderland on Facebook. At Ryan Hyatt Media on Twitter. You get in there. Brought to you tonight by Ninja Pest Control in Lubbock. Ultra Exteriors. Inside, outside, roof. You still sitting on that roofing money from the storms earlier this year? Now's the time to call Warren Taylor. And everybody on the United Supermarkets chat line. My most regretful selling, CJ says, was my 77 Olds 442. All right, we need a little more context, because, again, when I sold my Camaro, repair bills were starting to add up, and I'm not sitting here thinking, oh my gosh, what am I going to do when I'm 52 years old and I wish I had that. So, what was the story behind when you sold the 77 Olds? All right, the Texas wedge, yes, like Texas toast, delicious. Everybody wants some. JC, whomever is on Tech schedule, you want them to win. So K-State, most Texan thing, and we'll stop right there. We're asking tonight, Kansas State, Iowa State tomorrow, 11 o'clock our time. My God, that doesn't even give us time to watch The Quiet Man with John Wayne and Maureen O'Hara. Oh well. Yes, you want everybody on Tech schedule to win. JC is a erudite individual. So Kansas State, most Texan thing I've done, Chipper from 30 yards. Chipper Jones from 30 yards out. Chipper Jones, 30 yards away, he hits him with a line drive. You chipped in for 30 yards. Come on now. Don't be lying to me. Most Texan thing you've done this week. All right. So earlier this week, we are driving a myriad of cars around my house right now for a myriad of different reasons. And I know I told you guys, I wrote this morning that, or yesterday, I would give you a little more indication on why maybe we've been a little ragged around the edges in Raiderland the last couple of days, weeks. I don't feel like doing the whole thing tonight. But anyhow, we're driving different cars for different reasons. And one of them, great car, but the key fob battery is just absolutely dying. And yesterday afternoon, yeah, I can't get the key fob to work. So I'm sitting there with some buddies going, I don't know, it's not working. And then you put the key in, the old fashioned way. You're going to put the key into the door, and it's only got one, by the way, on the driver's side. And you start to turn it, and it's not turning or everything else. And I'm like, good God, this is, what the hell are we doing? I'm going to have to call Papa Lock. I can't. I am locked out of my own vehicle. The fob's dead, and I can't get the key to turn in the key deal. Smart guy Lance, smart buddy Lance. Now, did he have WD-40? No WD-40. But he's like, hold on. I got some suntan lotion. I got some sunscreen, SPF 30 here in the truck. And Brother Lance comes over there and he sprays it on the key. We put that key back in there. And that lock probably hadn't been turned in, I don't know, 10 years because it'd been done with a key fob and everything. So there's no telling how much junk and crap and everything else on that. And again, I was afraid to turn it too far. I was going to break that key off because I'm incredibly strong. But Brother Lance comes over there with sunscreen lotion, suntan lotion, SPF 30, throws it on that key, put it in there, just jiggle it around a little bit, just kind of nose it up in there just a little bit, oozing it this way, oozing it that way, just kind of babying it in there. And all of a sudden that thing opened up. I said, hey, that's a smart man right there. Most Texan thing, opening your stuck door handle with sunscreen lotion. Here's how dumb I am. I thought, well, that's a good idea. I need to throw some, WD-40 or sunscreen lotion into the vehicle in case I get locked out of the vehicle and you can't get to the, never mind. What's the most Texan thing you did this week? You got 13 minutes tonight. Kansas State, Iowa State. Who are you rooting for and why? And what do you regret selling the most in the history of your life? From cars to houses, paintings, a Gordon Gartrell designer t-shirt. I don't know. What is it that you wish you had today, that you sold? What is it? You tell me. And if there's anything else you want to get into, Texas Tech football related, soccer rolling again last night. What is the deal with this team? They score like within 5 minutes of first touch in every game, and they're like, all right, we're up, we're good. Yeah. Tom Stone doing it again. CJ on Facebook. Where are my Twitter people tonight? I know it's Friday. I know it's Friday without a Tech game tomorrow. I get that. I understand that. Traded it in for a 79 F-150 crew cab. Had it 460. On the 70 F-150, 79 F-150 though, that was a 5 liter. Nothing wrong with the 442. All right. Well, I'm glad I'm going to say upgraded. Maybe it depends. That F-150, color on color. Please tell me it was white on white. Or red on white. Please tell me it was red on white. JC talking about the chip shot. No, sculled at 45 yards. Chipper, West Texas club, and good from 20 yards to putting surface. Chipper, I barely know her. Yeah. We are going to welcome in tonight, and we'll make it official in a big way coming up on Monday. But we ain't going to be coming to you anymore from the Raiderland worldwide headquarters. We still are. But coming up on Monday night, we'll be coming to you from the Hat Creek Interior Studios. That when it comes to West Texas and it comes to what we do here, we want to work with the best. And the best when it comes to casual comfort and rustic elegance, when it comes to Western furniture, when it comes to, you don't have to own a ranch for your house or home to look like it. You want Hat Creek Interiors. They're on South Slide Road, about 10101. South Slide, just a little bit past 98th Street. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, you need to drop by their showroom. Now, the cool thing is, no matter where you live, if you want a little bit of West Texas, if you want a little bit of Hat Creek Interiors, they ship anywhere you live. You can go on that website tonight. Go on that website tonight, hatcreek.us. That's America. And you can tool around that website and say, I want that delivered to my house. They're going to make it happen. You know? We're excited about that. So coming up on Monday, we will make it official. But tonight, I just thought I'd tell you guys, because I value you so much, that you need to know that from here on out, it's the old Hat Creek Interior Studios. All right? If you want to do something really cool to welcome them into Raiderland, you can go to their Facebook page, drop on there a comment and say, thanks for being a part of Ryan Hyatt's Raiderland. Thanks for supporting what they do in Raiderland, because, you know, it's important. We don't do any of this stuff without incredible sponsors and corporate partners like Hat Creek Interiors, which I believe embodies the best of West Texas, of Texas Tech, of the Llano Estacado, and the things we love and the things we enjoy. Ultra Exteriors on their website, United Supermarkets, even the ninjas that are killing bugs. Ninja Pest Control, love it. That may be one of my favorite sponsors of all time, is getting to say Ninja Pest Control. Really? You told me when I was in college, you're going to do a show one night, and you're going to tell people that they get to patronize one of your sponsors, and they're ninjas, and they kill pests. God bless America. You got a few more minutes left tonight. The most Texan thing you've done, if it's better than shooting sunscreen and suntan lotion on a key and unlocking a car, let me know. What do you regret selling the most in your life? What was it? What do you wish you had back that you sold? Cars or otherwise, doesn't matter. In Kansas State and Iowa State, I'm going to go Kansas State, by the way, officially tonight on the broadcast. I will take Kansas State. I am loath to lay the 3. I really am. 50.5. We can go 27. God, this is going to be a push, right? Yeah, I got to lay the 3, right? 27, 20, 23. Kansas State. The pitch ought to be good. You know, it's over there. It's Ireland. They ought to have good kicking surface. 27, 23. That's 10. That's 50. We're on the under. God. So I'm under, and I'm Kansas State. That seems like a really bad idea. A lot of people like in Iowa State on the cover on -3. If you gave me my 2.5, maybe. All right, we're going to roll with the Wildcats. 27-23. Welcome back, football. Angry sweats on a Saturday starting at 11 o'clock in the morning. Dan, most Texan thing, Terry Black's barbecue. Acquired. Good job. Jan, I regret selling my 68 Impala convertible, turquoise blue, white leather interior. The Impala was a well. We appreciate the Impala. We do. Michael watched an episode of Disney's King of the Hill. It's Hulu. I don't think it's Disney. I think it's Hulu. Which one did you watch? JC, great new sponsor. They are awesome, cool, some eclectic, some rugged in all Texas. Go patronize the fine folks at Had Creek Interiors. Sold my football, sold to Jerry. It'll be okay. Yeah, you're screwed. Sorry. K-State will boat race them. I had another friend of mine who I totally respect on their college football opinion, JC, earlier today just tell me, hey, no, don't worry, K-State's going to kill them. That Iowa State has lost a ton. They can't replace the receiving core. They aren't there offensively. Avery Johnson for Kansas State going to vivisect them. He said this is a 2.5, 3-score game. I'm like, okay. This is where I would say for those involved in sports wagering, this is a beautiful case of watch the first 2 possessions, and if you can, get involved in live wagering. Not the pre-flop, not the -3, not the 50.5, any of that. Just let it play out for just a little bit, because fundamentally, unless, let's say, Kansas State scores on like 2 plays, it's not going to fundamentally change too much. And then if Iowa State scores in 2 plays and you still like Kansas State, you're going to get a better number. This is a beautiful case of live wagering where you can get it, if you can get it. The first episode, yeah. It was a good one. Dad, things have changed since you've been gone. I thought they did a good job bringing us up to speed on Hank and Peggy, and they'd been over there in Saudi Arabia, and she learned Farsi and other dialects. I believe the national substitute teacher of the year for Farsi there. I thought they did a good job, and I think me and my son are either 3 or 4 episodes in. Should probably watch one tonight, but I think he needs to sleep. He's going to see Ragweed down in Waco tomorrow. So, yeah, I don't think I can get him to watch one tonight. But what I've seen of the reboot of King of the Hill, thumbs up. I endorse it. It's been good. %. I really thought by now David Collier would chime in. Really thought he'd chime in by now tonight. Oh, well. Most Texan thing you've done. What do you most regret selling in your life? You can still answer these questions, by the way, on our Twitter feed tonight. We're going to post this link to it at Ryan Hyatt Media on Twitter. Follow us on our YouTube channel for Ryan Hyatt's Raiderland. Don't cost nothing. And on Facebook. And again, you can comment and post stuff on our Facebook page for Ryan Hyatt's Raiderland. Later on tonight, we will have our daily dose of West Texas. Monday through Friday, we'll give you a great pick of West Texas. Hope you guys like it. And if you want to, you can add your own picks. Whatever. Put that stuff out there. But we're growing West Texas. It's really good. A lot of fun. Nope. We already read that one. Sorry, I apologize. I start going through these comments on the right-hand side. I'm like, did we see that? No, we didn't see that. Whatever. Now, if you need your skylights repaired, don't call Ninja Pest Control. They'll kill bugs in the skylights. But you call Warren Taylor Ultra Exteriors. If you need bugs killed, you don't call Ultra Exteriors, although Warren Hudson, or Hudson, pardon me, HUD. I'm conflating a couple of different guys there. HUD, Quality Control, Hudson Taylor. He might be the guy come in there and stomp some bugs for you, and he probably like it. But you really need to call Ninja Pest Control. Then we thank United Supermarkets and Market Street for making all the communications possible. When we hit you on Monday, and we got a lot of stuff coming up between now and then, our Saturday column tomorrow, the Saturday column with no name, 5 things to know on a Sunday. But when we hit you Monday night, we will be coming from the Hat Creek Interior Studio. I may wear a hat. It's entirely possible. I may wear a hat. In the meantime, go over there to their Facebook page and tell them thanks for being a part of this. You guys are the best. Can't thank you enough. Everybody who's with us on a Friday live, The replay people, you guys matter just as much as the live people. The replay people, give them a shout out, and we appreciate it. And you hit us on social media at Ryan Hyatt Media on Twitter and YouTube and Facebook. You got to hit this button. That's going to end it. Nope, this one's going to end it. How many buttons does a man have to hit on a Friday night to end a freaking broadcast? Nobody really knows. No one really knows.